check on YouTube's end, and I believe we are live, if I'm not mistaken. Let me go ahead and jump.
It's live on this end. Let me mute my mic and see if the audio is working.
Oh, yeah. So, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Apple September 7th iPhone 7 event. And along with that, we're probably going to hear announcements of possibly the Apple Watch, some other things, like such as touching up on iOS 10 and OS X, or now what is it, Mac OS Sierra. So we'll hear announcements of those. This is all leading up to Apple's kind of like fall, so we're talking like October time frame, because that's when we're expecting to see the new Macs. So this is like been a long time coming, because Apple's just been in this really like delayed state. And this is the live event coverage, like I said. So this will be myself. I'm joined by my good friend Josh, and we'll be just covering the event, going over it, giving our thoughts and opinions as it goes through. This isn't a direct rebroadcast because that would be against copyrights. But this is, again, Apple's September 7th iPhone 7 event. Too many sevens there. How's the audio sound, Josh? We're doing okay?
Yep.
Alrighty. You're not feeding back, are you? Are you getting that issue? Or no, I guess you wouldn't be, because you're not. You can just mute, yeah, you can mute the stream, so it's not gonna be a problem. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we are waiting here, and let me go ahead and tweet this out that we're live. The event should be starting at 10 a.m. Pacific time, right? Let's see. iPhone 7 live stream. iPhone 7 event. Live stream is now up. Alrighty. Up. Tweet. Retweet.
The stream is live on the Apple page.
Oh, I thought you said my stream is live on the Apple page. I said, what? Alright. Let's see. What am I not getting? Sometimes I gotta do that, like, you gotta do that command refresh, right? Yep.
Oh, wow. If you click on the stream,
yeah,
and hit select set picture in picture mode, it'll pop out.
Where? I don't see it.
Like, are you on the yeah, right click on that? Just on the video. Does nothing come up for you?
No. Are you on OS 10 like Sierra or something?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why, yeah. I didn't know you were on Sierra. Hang on, let me switch this video and put it for you guys.
Yeah, I right clicked and now it just popped up video. I can move wherever, and it stays on top of all the other windows. Pretty cool.
That's nice. How do I select this window? Give me a minute, ladies and gentlemen. That's not what I want. I'm trying to figure out how I get this as the window open. So they're showing an ad right now. James Corden. So most of these like ad stuff, like we won't show the ads and stuff like that just because of copyright reasons.
Security on the new iPhone is going to be the best of its kind. Absolutely. Do you know how I read that? A leak on the internet. Do you see the irony in that? I do see the irony in that. Do you see the irony?
How do I? Okay. Alrighty. Sorry guys, just fixing the stream here. Okay. Scheduling appointments is crazy.
Siri, what do you think of James Corden?
Alright, so They're doing the ad right now.
Where for the launch?
Everything's pretty like. I mean, iPhone 7. We're expecting it to be the same dimension-wise and stuff as the current iPhone. We're just gonna get like a faster A10, get the dual camera lens. The big thing, obviously, that everybody's talking about is that headphone jack being gone, which I'm so interested to see how they're gonna go about that. What are you predicting, Josh? You thinking they're just gonna go straight Lightning jack, or do you think they're gonna offer the wireless ones?
I think I saw that they were going to include the wired adapter.
And then just like, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
What about these? What do you think?
I mean, already
What do you think?
you're changing up Apple every single day. I think we should listen to some music and we should listen to a song
For real?
about where you're from.
Alright. Change that so you can hear the audio more. So they're just running this little ad right now. Jeez. Alright, let me just check the stream.
Here we are. Have a great one.
Thanks, James.
All right, remember everything I said. Confidence, couple of jokes. Get out of there.
Thanks for these.
I'm doing it for you. Here we go.
Alright, so here we go. Event's about to start officially. And we're off. Oh wow, he really came in from there.
Good morning.
Or do you think it was just pre-roll shot?
Good morning.
I'm pretty sure it's cool.
Good morning. Good morning.
Thank you for joining us and welcome to San Francisco.
Good morning.
I'm so glad James got me here on time. It was so much fun seeing he and Pharrell. I may have lost my voice. As you may know, we're working with Carpool Karaoke on some new episodes that will be
Oh, that plug.
music early next year. So check them out. I can guarantee you everybody singing will have a voice much better than mine. We've got
So this
some
is their
great
Apple
things
Music
to show
stuff.
you this morning, and I'd like to get started with a few updates.
So that-
Beginning with Apple Music.
I'm gonna talk about sales numbers. I'm gonna do the whole song and dance in the beginning.
Love for music. It
This is how much we've grown, blah blah blah.
It's such a key part of our product experience. Since launch, Apple Music has grown to over 17 million subscribers.
Okay.
Thank you.
17 million.
Our users love having access to over 30 million songs and personal recommendations from people who really know and love music.
You use Apple Music, Josh? You just stick to Spotify.
There's a great new
I've been meaning to
system
cancel it,
and
but
intuitive design in iOS 10 that makes it so
The family plan is so cheap, but then Spotify just matched it recently.
yeah.
And Apple Music has
Use Apple Music,
content
Josh?
that no one
You just
else
stick to
has.
Spotify.
Apple Music
Is that your end or mine?
the premier destination for
I had
young
the
artists
stream unmuted for a
and
second.
artists
Oh,
and
okay.
artists to launch their exclusive music. This past year alone, Apple Music was the first place to hear over 70 great releases.
So they're this is like what they're getting like and Seed for and stuff like right now, the exclusives.
Ray, Frank Ocean, and so many more.
What the heck is that?
One of our most popular exclusives of all is the Apple Music Festival in London, and it begins in just 11 days from now. This free event has become a great
Oh dang,
tradition
those events are
that
free?
customers look forward to every year.
It's crazy.
This year,
I guess you have to,
celebrating the 10th anniversary
Like
of
reserve.
the Apple Music
or like
Festival.
reserve tickets.
And we had an amazing lineup. This year it includes Elton John, One Republic, Robbie Williams, Britney Spears, and so many more great
Chance
artists.
the Rapper.
It's going to be amazing. Now, if you can't make it to London, you can join us, join the millions that will be watching it for free on the live stream from your Apple devices, including your Apple TV.
Okay.
That's a brief update on Apple Music.
So let's talk about the sales. Oh, you think? I guess you think they're gonna lead off with the iPhone and like go into the other, or you think they're gonna like touch base on iOS 10 and Noah Sierra?
But They'll do iPhone last.
more and more
Hmm.
amazing
They'll probably do Apple Watch before that, don't you think?
Yeah, like the Big Bang. What I'm wondering is, are they gonna announce the new Macs now for October or wait till October?
the world of software,
I'm not sure.
forever changed all
I feel like this is the platform to do it,
and the momentum
but
for apps in the App Store have never been greater. Over 140 billion apps have now been downloaded from the App Store.
Jesus Christ.
This is phenomenal.
You hear the changes they're doing right now with the App Store?
Phenomenal is we continue to
Uh-huh.
set
They're like weaning out all like the old apps and people who haven't updated their apps in like a certain amount of time.
Oh, that's a good move.
Yeah,
last 2 months.
to kind of clean up all the crap.
Seeing growth rates of over 100% year on year. This is unbelievable. It's pretty clear from this that our users' love affair with apps for their iPhone and iPad is as strong as ever. Now, the most recent quarter, the App Store generated twice the global revenue of our nearest competitor. This is really great for developers, and it's why that so many developers develop first on iOS and many only on iOS. And this, of course, is great for our users. The combination of our incredible products and the success of the App Store has made the iPhone and the iPad the most popular
Gaming devices.
in the world. And gaming is the biggest and most popular category on the store, with over
course.
500,000 games to choose from. There's been
Alrighty.
or rather, someone missing.
What?
And I'm so happy to announce today
Yep, the new head of the App Store.
coming to the App Store.
Oh my. Mario. I thought he was gonna bring somebody on stage.
Welcome, Mario, and please welcome from Nintendo, the father of Mario, Shigeru Miyamoto.
Oh damn, that is. It's crazy. Nintendo.
Hello. Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Steve. For the past 30 years, every time Mario has encountered a new platform, he has evolved and continue running toward a new goal. And now, Mario is running toward his next goal, iPhone.
Okay.
Please let me speak in Japanese, so I'd like to ask you to translate. ベルよろしくお願いします。まず我々この選んだ
We
iOS
want
の上
as
で
many people as possible all around the world to be able to enjoy playing as Mario. And they'll be doing it first on iOS.
これがこの完全新作の
And they'll be doing it in a brand new game, Super Mario Run.
そしてマリオのいいところ
I feel like this is like one of the first times we've done translation live, huh?
Mario is that anyone can pick up a game and instantly start playing. And this time, we've made it even simpler to begin. So
I've never really been a fan of these demonstrations they do.
Yeah, like the app demos.
Yeah.
I understand why they do them,
Mario runs
Yeah.
automatically to the right.
but I feel like it makes more sense in like a WWDC
And as he does,
setting,
he'll hurdle small
where that's
blocks.
literally about the developers. Whereas here,
Very simple, and the movement feels great. With just a tap of a finger anywhere on the touch screen, you can make Mario jump. And the longer you tap, the higher he jumps.
like these are definitely just
You
like
get high
fillers.
scores.
Yeah.
In later levels, you'll see blocks that will change Mario's direction, and others that will start and stop him with precision timing. But the goal remains simple.
Hello to the 11 of you watching. This is Apple's iPhone 7 September 7th event, live coverage event. Right now we just started with the basic numbers of Apple and how they're doing. And now, obviously, this is Super Mario World Run, Super Mario Run,
Handle on the subway.
coming to iOS. Nothing too crazy.
While eating a hamburger,
We're just going through the basic stuff here.
or while eating an apple. But in addition to the traditional Mario gameplay, we've also prepared a brand new way to play. It's a new battle mode called Toad Rally. And the first thing that you do in battle mode is you choose an opponent from this list to try to beat their high score. Today, I've asked Hideki Konno to play for me, so who should he compete against? Oh, it looks like he picked Phil. So we're going to try to beat Phil's high score. Now, battle mode will have you competing not only against your friends, but for the first time, players around the world.
What was that?
Victory in battle mode is determined based on the number of
Where?
coins you collect and the number of
So
toads
different.
you impress.
Right.
Because
One
the
second.
toad characters appear every time you do a daring move.
What in the world, really?
There's
Yeah.
no flagpole in the battle
I'm looking at
mode.
you. I think you
It's
just.
from one seller.
Jumping and
How many are left?
Those new, I don't know. There might just be one.
Chips from
As you
Turkey.
do, you may see a little
But,
sticker of Mario
I don't know, might be worth a shot if you're
In
interested in
this
that.
case, that shows us what King
I
was doing
like how,
on his
I mean, in
farm,
black,
where
that's
he collected
dope.
his coins
So
and
cheap.
where he gathered his toad fans.
820. Think that's a mistake?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
What happened last time when you ordered it? Did they give you one?
No, they said it was a typo.
New element you can enjoy
Damn.
It wasn't their fault
is
or something.
expanding and customizing
Damn.
your Mushroom Kingdom using the coins you
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, right now, nothing crazy, obviously. I'm just kind of browsing as this goes along.
and show who won. Oh,
This is the Mario Run demo.
good job, Kono-san.
Damn, $8. How'd you find that?
Sorry, Phil.
Camel.
Is that a site?
Yeah, it's for Amazon. You can put in a product, and
We want
it'll give you emails when it drops below a certain price.
to be able to
Dang, I wonder if that's legit.
for that
The weird thing is the seller just launched.
at a set price.
Yeah,
So you won't have to worry about
but it's Amazon though, so I don't think you get like ripped off or anything. I just think it might just get canceled.
We'll announce pricing later, but Super Mario Run will release in time for holidays 2016. I hope you look forward to it.
2016 will be coming out. Hang on. The way it works is.
We have one more piece of news. We've prepared a set of Super Mario stickers for iMessage. That will launch day and date with iOS 10 that I hope you'll send to all your friends and family.
You think iOS 10? I mean, is iOS 10 pretty much like ready to be dropped? It is, right?
Uh-huh.
Because I've been using it and I feel like there hasn't been anything major bugs except for the apps.
Yeah, a lot of times that's the issue. Is just the apps because they haven't put out their
Thank you, Miyamoto-san.
version.
We could not be more honored that Nintendo chose to bring Mario to iOS first. That's a brief update on the App Store. Now, as we start a new school year, let's turn our attention to
Sorry, my old roommate's texting me asking me how to get better Wi-Fi.
40th birthday.
Because I used to have one of those extenders in the place.
Year, and it's no coincidence that we've been committed to education for that entire time. It's simply deep
Education.
in our DNA. We've always believed that education is the greatest.
So this is all the early stuff, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, Apple does this by time, set up for whatever they're going to announce.
And we've always believed that our products could have a tremendous positive impact on teachers and students. But we are keenly aware that not every school can have this impact. And that's why we're
Connect
so
Ed.
deeply committed to Connect Ed. Connect Ed, as you probably know,
I wonder how their
is a
Swift thing's doing. That thing they released for like
by
kids.
government,
Yeah, I'm not
leading
sure.
technologies to bring leading technology companies to bring technology to underserved schools. I personally visited several of these Connect Ed schools, and the programs have become amazing results. Kids are engaged like never before. They're learning like never before.
This is that typical song and dance.
We're proud this morning to have some connected teachers and students join us. And I'd like you to welcome them from Santee Elementary in San Jose and Steege Elementary from Richmond, California. Please join me in welcoming them.
Oh, they're in the audience. I have no idea what's going on. Look at.
And I'm thrilled to tell you that this fall, all 114 schools that Apple is supporting will be up and running. That means we're giving
That's cool.
a Mac and an iPad to 4,500 teachers.
You know, in iOS 10, you're on it too, right?
And we're
Yeah.
donating iPads to more than 50,000 students.
You know when you like type and then it highlights a word? What does that do again, or what does that mean?
The emoji thing, is it orange?
Yeah, what does that? Does that mean like you can create an emoji out of it? Oh, is that the Emojify?
If you just tap on the word, it'll replace it with an
Crane
emoji.
Elementary in Yuma,
Oh,
Arizona,
that's the
told
Emojify
us
thing.
this.
Okay.
The Connect Ed grant meant a complete transformation. The students are having fun, they're more engaged. Most importantly, we're seeing a real love of learning.
Real
That
love
is
of
as
learning.
it should be. We can't wait to see what these kids are going to do this school year, and we are so very proud to be
Let's
a
get to
part
the
of it.
products.
But we're not stopping there. We believe that every student should have the opportunity to code. So we've created a program called Everyone Can Code.
Oh, well,
It's Apple's approach
what do you think that one's about?
to coding, and it's a cornerstone of Connect Ed. It starts with the amazing iPad app, Swift Playgrounds, which we just announced in June. And what this does is it teaches
Everyone
Swift,
can
our
code.
popular programming language, to all of these kids in a simple, fun, and interactive way.
It's cool.
Already, since June, more than 100 schools and school districts around the world have already planned to teach Swift Playgrounds this fall. It's unbelievably exciting to us. We are so excited that they've moved to put this in their curriculum so quickly.
Education,
Now, I'd like to talk to you
education.
about one other very important tool in education, and that is iWork.
Ooh, we get an iWork update?
Provides a suite of productivity
It's been a minute since we got an update for iWork, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Business and consumers,
I didn't think about that.
teachers and students.
Let's get an all new iWork suite.
Stunning documents, presentations, and even spreadsheets. I'd like to invite Susan Prescott, our Vice President of Worldwide Apps Product Marketing, to tell you what's next with iWork.
Ooh. Tweeting it. New iWork suite.
Thank you, Tim.
I got the scoop.
Thank you.
I thought they kind of made them separate apps though.
Are built to take advantage
That's
of
just-
iOS, macOS, and of
Pages
course, our
keynote.
amazing devices. And iWork
What's the last one?
is all about making
It
beautiful
was like
and
a new video
engaging
with
documents.
I don't know, still.
But for
Numbers.
people who want the power of iWork,
Sorry.
there is just not a great way for them to work with classmates or colleagues.
Wait, I don't want to tweet that until she officially says like it's a new app.
I'm very excited to announce and introduce real-time collaboration.
That was kind of weird.
Yeah.
That like no, I expected it to be like new apps or something. I mean,
Exact same apps
new app
you can
icons.
use on your Mac, iPad, and iPhone. Of course, we use them too. Even our big presentations, like this one, are built using Keynote, which got me thinking we could edit slides right here, right now. We have never edited a deck live on stage before. I think the reasons are obvious. But we are so excited to
We
show
managed
you
to
our
scroll ahead on
real-time
accident, like
collaboration.
some revelation in the keynote.
Accidentally jumped to the last slide.
So we'll start by hitting
So we're not even we're getting the same suite of apps,
So we can add a couple of slides.
but we're literally just getting like collaboration added in, huh?
If
Yeah, I
go to
guess
the
updates,
participants list,
features.
I can see my colleagues I've already invited to work on the deck with me. We've got Gray, Leslie, Michelle, and Rodney. They each have a color associated with them. So when they actually begin editing, you'll see a colored bubble come up with their
Some
name.
Google Docs
Get
shit.
ready because we're going to be adding images.
I don't know if this
graphics,
feature is like
and
enough
even
worth putting in the
animation,
keynote.
all
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a great feature, but it's not like
I'm gonna
this,
start.
anything.
yeah, it could have been like a
We'll
web
start by
page
adding
thing.
slides. Leslie can bring in an image. That one looks perfect. And Michelle can add a graphic of an iPad would be ideal. That looks great.
I also,
get the idea. So let's
like, from what I've seen in my experience, a lot of people are on like Office for Mac, but I don't think it's even like, I don't know, maybe just me seeing it. Like, I haven't seen collaboration as a big need, you know?
even with the beautiful
Yeah,
visuals
I don't either,
that
because
make
I feel like
great
people use
documents
Dropbox
stand
and
out.
like not many
Even
people need to
work
edit the same
from your Mac,
Document,
file.
yeah.
your iPhone, or even
I mean,
the web.
for specific businesses, of course, it's
Amazing.
nice.
I see in the thumbnails that Greg's added a new slide, which is fantastic.
Watch like people just start like doing a bunch of shit and you can't keep up with it.
So I can also edit anything.
I feel like
here.
this is still just pictures.
It looks
Yeah.
like we're
So-
about ready. So let's take a look.
Ain't even
Ready?
ready.
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
That's
Wow.
amazing.
Josh.
And it could only happen working together.
Josh. That transition, man. Did you see it sliding? That was real time, Josh.
Very quick look at real-time
Wow.
collaboration in iWork. It'll change the way you work.
You want to open a Google Docs document? Maybe we can give some people
You're gonna love it.
a sample
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
of what this feature will look like.
Thanks, Susan. So that's a little bit about education and some things that are really important to us. I now
It's kind of crazy this is going on down the street from me.
new products,
I just like thought about that.
beginning with
I should just wait outside that building and see all the people that are like all those YouTubers and stuff are there. Okay, here we go.
shipping Apple
Finally.
just 18 months ago.
Damn it. I need to replace mine already.
People all over the world are using it in many aspects of their daily lives.
Apple Watch 2
The
time.
best way to get notifications so you don't miss that urgent phone call or message. You can quickly and conveniently pay for things with Apple Pay.
What's interesting is they didn't push out the new Watch OS update yet, and I wonder if they're going to release a new watch.
Apple Watch has really changed what people expect from a watch. Before Apple Watch, these were the top watch brands in the world as measured by sales revenue. This is what happened.
All right, no problem.
when
Go
we
ahead.
launched Apple Watch.
Ooh.
It's-
Still hasn't beat number 1 though. The margin, that's why I like.
We became the number 2 watch
I mean, that's crazy, though.
brand in the world
But the reason they won't beat Rolex is because of like
of 2015.
the margins.
We're also the top selling smartwatch.
So if you like think of like a Rolex, like it's like $20,000. It's like a couple Apple Watches unless you're getting the gold edition.
And I'm pleased to tell you that customers love the Apple Watch. Survey after survey, Apple Watch.
So personally, I wasn't a fan of the Apple Watch when it first came out, like most people. I'm a big watch person, but never was like, into smartwatches. And then when I got one, like later, like I got like after a while, after it was out for a while. And since then, it's grown on me for sure. But definitely the new Watch OS update would be nice.
Next, with Apple Watch, I'd like to invite Jeff Williams up.
So let's see. See, the question is, are they gonna do an all new watch? Because like the Watch OS is coming out rather soon in the fall.
Thanks, Tim. We got a lot to talk about, so let's get started. In June, we previewed
WatchOS
WatchOS 3,
3.
and it is packed with features. Your favorite apps launch instantly with information already up to date, so they're ready when you need them. There's a new dock so you can quickly access your favorite apps. And we've made it easier than ever to switch watch faces. You just swipe edge to edge. And we've added some great new faces like these activity ones. Messaging is more expressive than ever with features like tap back, where you double tap a message to send a quick reply. There are fun animated stickers. You just gotta love Donald Duck. And you can enjoy full screen effects like confetti to celebrate special moments. You can also write custom replies with Scribble.
Okay.
And for those of you who are skeptical,
Josh is gonna
probably
take a
lot
break.
of
He'll
you
be
about
back.
writing on a small
And everybody, this is the stuff that if you watch WWDC, it's not that I'm not interested. It's just if you watch WWDC a couple months back, this is them touching base on everything that was announced back then. So like Watch OS,
We've added activity sharing to the watch.
what do you call that?
Closing the rings is already the
iOS
healthy
10,
obsession.
and
now
then
you
of
can
course
share with
Mac
your
OS
friends and family
Sierra.
and encourage them to be more active. We have a brand new app called Breathe. Each day it reminds you to take a moment and do a deep breathing exercise. It's a great way to be more mindful and manage everyday stress. And we've added a really important app. It's a safety feature that allows you to contact emergency services by simply pressing and holding the side button. Within seconds, you'll be on a call with 911 or the equivalent number in the country you're in. And in addition,
So the Watch OS updates are really nice. If you haven't seen that, if you have an Apple Watch and you haven't seen it, Watch OS 3 does have a lot of stuff that's going to improve the overall interface of the watch.
but it's really comforting to know it's there.
I don't know if we're going to get a new watch though. Let's see.
In addition to all these great built-in apps, developers have been hard at work already on watchOS 3. So apps like the Washington Post and Major League Soccer, they launch instantly with information already up to date. Gaming apps like Field Day take advantage of the powerful graphics tools in watchOS 3 like Scene Kit and Sprite Kit. Fitness apps like Sweat with Kayla and P90X have access to real-time heart rate, and Ping will use the gyroscope to analyze and hopefully improve your golf swing. So many great apps, but there's one special one that I'm excited to tell you about today.
New Apple Watch app.
Pokemon Go is coming to the watch.
Of course. A little bit too late.
And to tell you more about it, I'd like to invite to the stage John Hinke, CEO of Niantic Labs.
Thank you, Jeff. Well, it's certainly been a busy summer for us at Niantic, and also for our friends at the Pokemon Company. I hope many of you have had a chance to try Pokemon Go for iPhone. If you have, you're not alone. Since we launched in early July,
Pokemon Go,
Pokemon
that's
Go
what they're
has
trying
been
to
downloaded
play
more
off
than
of.
500 million times around the world. More importantly, Pokemon trainers collectively have walked more than 4.6 billion kilometers while playing the game.
Dang.
So Pokemon Go is about exploration. It's also about having fun outside with your family or with your friends. And because of that, we've been really interested in finding ways to enable you to play while focusing less on your screen and more on the stuff around you. That was the inspiration for this device, the Pokemon Go Plus,
Pokemon Go
developed by our
Plus.
partners at Nintendo. It works with your iPhone to enable heads-up gameplay.
Jesus.
And it'll be
So
available
basically, they're porting Pokemon Go to your Apple Watch. I mean, I feel like that's something that we should have just seen forever
excited
ago.
to show you something new that we've been working on. It's designed to seamlessly blend Pokemon Go gameplay with your daily walk or run, while enabling you to focus on what's important, all the cool stuff around you. Pokemon Go on Apple Watch.
I mean, I don't know how much life this is going to bring back into the app, but we'll see.
Tomorrow, give you a demo.
Thank you, Jean. For Pokemon trainers out there, sometimes Pokemon can hatch from the egg by walking with it. Good news, from a complication on the watch face, I can see how far I need to walk.
Oh
to hatch an
gosh.
egg.
Okay, tying in that
Main screen
activity.
shows my current level and XP I need to get to the next. My walk is recorded as a workout. This helps me make faster progress towards my activity goals. All right, let's take a walk.
Oh
During my
gosh.
walk, I can see how far I walked and the calories burned. At a glance, I see which Pokemon are nearby. So let's keep walking. A wild Snorlax appeared.
Oh gosh.
If it wasn't for this demo, I definitely would have taken out my iPhone to catch it. Oh well, let's keep walking. When I approach a Pokestop, a tap on my wrist lets me know. Pokestops are located at interesting places, such as public artworks and historical landmarks. This one is Bill Graham. Interesting.
So for those of you just tuning in, basically they're just announcing that Pokemon Go is on the Apple Watch. Nothing.
Sweet, I got an Ultra Ball.
Nothing crazy.
With Pokemon Go on Apple Watch, I would never miss a Pokestop. Oh, I think I just earned a gold medal. This means I visited 2,000 Pokestops. That's pretty impressive. I'm going to keep walking to see if I can hatch an egg. Oh, here we are. Let's see what hatches. Yes, it's a Pikachu. Isn't that exciting? Now that I've done walking, let's end my workout.
Dang.
The summary screen shows all my activity and all the items I collected along the way.
Pokemon Go for the
Pokemon
iPhone
Go
or
on
Apple Watch. Sorry,
Help
that's
you
all we're looking at.
the
Yeah.
very best. Thank you.
Thanks, Tatsuo. We're really excited to bring you this new way to experience Pokemon Go and to give you a little extra motivation to get outside, get some exercise, and have fun with your friends. It'll be shipping before end of year. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Can't wait to get Pokemon Go for my watch. Maybe I can finally break out of level 2 and catch my daughter. Whether it's Pokemon Go or the built-in apps, there are so many rich features in watchOS 3. People are going to absolutely love it.
Okay, so just watchOS. I don't think we're actually getting a new physical.
We are
Possibly.
going to keep
I doubt it.
pushing Watch forward.
Yeah, I doubt
And
it.
today, I'm excited to introduce
Nope, maybe.
the next generation
Nope.
of Apple Watch.
Never mind. I lied. Apple Watch 2. Looks exactly the same. It's different. Waterproof.
Step to the left, 2 steps to the right, do a 360. Everyone catch your breath.
So it looked like it's the same exact, maybe just what, like water resistant hardware and stuff like that. Some new bands.
Let's go.
Well, we can clearly tell it's waterproof or resistant.
We call it Apple Watch Series 2, and it has been completely re-engineered. And it starts with a feature that will change how you use
Waterproof.
Apple Watch.
What's IP?
The
IP
first
whatever.
Apple Watch was splash-proof, and Apple Watch Series 2 is swim-proof.
So they're calling it Apple Watch Series 2.
So you can wear it whether you're swimming or surfing or just doing that occasional cannonball. You can keep it on. It's rated water resistant 50 meters, which is the industry standard for a swim watch. But what that means is the watch needs to withstand the pressure, the water pressure
Water
equivalent
resistant.
of being at a depth of 50 meters. And that's pretty deep. And it's especially challenging for a smartwatch because there are so many ingress points. So our engineers have been hard
It's
at work
completely
developing
re-engineered. I mean, the same design,
seals
obviously,
and
but
adhesives.
they
They've been able to
re-engineered
close
it.
all those entry points except one, the speaker. You see, a speaker needs air to produce sound,
Yeah.
and if the air can get in, so can the water, and that's a problem. So for Series 2, we redesigned the speaker system, and at the end of your workout, we use the speaker itself
To push out the
to
water?
eject the water.
Jesus. I mean, that makes sense. It's crazy to...
We also wanted to make sure Apple Watch was robust enough, not just for an occasional swim, but for people who want to swim every day. So we built a simulator to test the effects of swimming over multiple years. We put watches in there run 24 hours a day for weeks at a time, simulating hundreds of thousands of strokes, so you can wear your watch with confidence in the water. We've also extended the work of our fitness lab to swimming. Now, calculating calorie burn for swimming is really tricky. And we've analyzed over 700 swimmers, different body types, different abilities. We've hooked them up to state-of-the-art metabolic equipment. We've even drawn blood samples to look at lactic acid levels. And we've used all this body of information to create an algorithm that will give you the most accurate calorie burn information while you're swimming. And we've created 2 new workouts, a pool swim and an open water swim. And during the workout, you'll get information like lap count, pace, distance, calorie burn. But what's more, the watch will learn about you over time, and it will get more accurate over time. It looks at your individual stroke efficiency, not that of some average swimmer, and tailors just to you. We think swimmers are going to absolutely love this. Next, I'd like to talk about the brains of Apple Watch Series 2. And it starts with our 2nd generation system in a package. Last year, we introduced an industry first, an entire system in a single package. And S2 takes that to a whole new
So
level.
the new chip looks
We've
like,
added
make it faster.
a dual-core processor that's up to
Yeah,
50%
dual core,
faster.
water
We've
resistant.
added a new entirely new
GPU.
GPU that delivers 2 times the graphics performance. And this powerful chip opens up all kinds of opportunities, both for internal apps as well as developers. For example, Night Sky, which it's an app that allows you to identify the planets and the constellations and track the International Space Station. They've been working with S2, and they've been able to add 5 times the level of detail and more than double the frame rate. They're running it at 60 frames a second, which is just a crazy amount of performance to be wearing on your wrist. Series 2 also features a new 2nd generation display that is more than 2 times brighter than before. In fact, it is the brightest display Apple has ever shipped.
Brighter display, new display. It's the same hardware. Look, obviously.
That's a lot of nits, and it makes all
the current Apple Watch. It's
you're
just
outside
re-enginered from the inside,
It
and I guess somewhat out.
Really vivid. 2 of the most popular activities in the world are walking and running. And we know there's times that people want to do this without their phone. And so for those times, we've added built-in GPS. And this is really great. You can start right away. For those of you who've used GPS watch before, you know
So the question is how much...
connect to the satellites.
I mean, it's probably going to be the same base price that the current Apple Watch was at when it released, and then they'll just knock down
During your workout, you'll
previous
get GPS accurate pace and distance. And at the end of your workout, in the activity app of your phone, there will be a route map color-coded to show your varying speeds. And developers can take advantage of
I have to take a
GPS.
quick...
And I'd like to give you an example of that. I'd like to invite to the stage Hannah Katner, lead designer for View Ranger.
So now they're just going to kind of demo it, the new features and some apps. I need to quickly take a call, so I'm going to leave you guys running with the stream here.
App on the new Apple Watch, which gives you the ability to enjoy a hike like you never have before.
So we'll see here.
So, I'm planning a trip to Yosemite. I've never been before, but I hear it's beautiful. And with View Ranger, I've selected these 3 hikes ahead of time. I've got the popular, an Apple Watch has made them available offline, which means I don't even need a cell service to know where I am.
Now, the thing they wanted to do with this is integrate LTE, but I don't know if they were able to do that.
Probably a bit too intense this morning. So let's take a look at the 4-mile trail to Glacier Point. This looks like it won't take me quite so long. And with that elevation gain, it's sure to still be a great workout. So let's get going.
Let's see here.
Here I can see my directions. And I can also scroll through to see all of the exciting...
Apologies, ladies and gentlemen, I gotta take a quick call, so be right
At any
back.
time, I can swipe right to check in on the map. I can see my current location and my route progress. In fact, anytime, if I stray too far from the path, ViewRanger will let me know about it. This really wasn't possible before, but now that Apple Watch has integrated GPS, ViewRanger can look out to make sure I don't stray too far off route. From here, we can check in on the map, we can get back on track, and we can continue with the hike. So let's jump forward to about halfway to the view of Yosemite Falls. And with every point of interest, ViewRanger provides a quick fun fact. So let's tap into it. Here we can see that Yosemite Falls is actually a hotspot for bird watching, which is in fact one of my favorite things to do. Hopefully, we'll see a red-tailed hawk on our way towards the summit. Here we are in the final sprint as we head towards Glacier Point. And ViewRanger knows when I've reached the end of the hike. I then have the option to either finish or to keep going if I'd like. We'll tap finish. My activities will fill up and I'm all set to enjoy the rest of Yosemite. That's ViewRanger, the first ever hiking app to take advantage of GPS on the new Apple Watch. And we're really excited for you guys to try it on your next hike. Thank you.
Thanks, Anna. So many opportunities with the features of Series 2. Series 2 comes in a wide variety of styles. We have cases in aluminum and stainless steel, as well as a new material we've been working on for quite some time, ceramic. This new white Apple Watch in ceramic has this gorgeous pearl-like shine. The finish is remarkably smooth. It's actually 4 times harder than stainless steel. So it's this ultimate combination of beauty and strength. And it looks great paired with a variety of bands. We think it's going to be a wonderful addition to the Apple Watch family. We also are offering Series 2 and Hermes models. Last year, we partnered with Hermes, a company known for craftsmanship and elegance and style. And for Series 2, there are beautiful new colors of the iconic Double Tour and Single Tour, as well as 2 new bands, this Single Tour deployment buckle and a new double buckle cuff. We think people are going to really enjoy these. So that's Apple Watch Series 2. It is faster, it is brighter, it is water resistant so you can swim with it. It's got built-in GPS, and it's got all of the power of watchOS 3. It is also built according to our strict environmental standards, something we care deeply about. This is made in a responsible way. We think Apple Watch is the ultimate device for a healthy life.
Right.
And we expect it to be popular
Oops,
with
what's
everybody,
going on with my phone?
but we think it will be especially popular with
Alrighty.
runners. And we wanted to do something
So still more Apple Watch stuff.
We couldn't think of a better way to do that than to partner with a company that knows runners better than anyone else in the world. They're the #1 sports and fitness brand in the world, and that is
Nike. Of course. Oops. Just turn my speakers off. Turn my speakers off. Okay. So we're probably gonna get new Nike bands. Yeah, and Nike Plus integration. So for those of you tuning in, I mean, I know, sorry, I'm running around. But Apple Watch Series 2 is what they're calling it. We're getting a same design as far as the watch goes, but all new internals, essentially faster, more durable in the case of like water resistant, and now integration with Nike Plus and bands.
I'd like to bring to the stage Trevor Edwards, president of the Nike brand.
Good morning. Whew. It's been such a great partnership working with Apple. Apple and Nike share a passion to make life easier and more fun. And we look forward to continuing this amazing journey together. Nike has always been about inspiration and innovation for every athlete. And it all began 40 years ago with a deep relationship with runners. And that obsession continues to this day. Today, sports and fitness are a bigger
So you're
part
just talking
of
about
people's
Nike's integration with the new Apple Watch here. Nothing crazy.
But getting started on your own and staying motivated can be tough. So more and more people are looking for help and turning to running devices to actually help them. But these devices are complex, they're cluttered, and they're difficult to use. And, of course, they don't support what a runner wants to do when he just wants to get out and go for a quick run. It's a problem, and Nike and Apple have solved it.
Okay, so
The Apple Watch Nike Plus. This isn't just
Nike
a watch.
Plus integration. Nike Plus is like that technology that they've had for a while now. And I remember they used to have like that pedometer thing you put in your shoe and stuff like that.
And we think it delivers the best running experience that's out there. Starting a run has never been easier. And we give you a shortcut that takes you straight into your run. And if you prefer, you can just tell Siri to start a run. And off you go. It's that simple. But when you go out for a run, you don't want to be distracted. So we give you just what you need at a glance. Your distance or your pace on a big, clear screen. And if you're the type, though, who really wants a lot of detail, we've always got advanced mode just for you. But one of the biggest hurdles that all runners face is actually motivation. So we started with the simple idea of an invitation. Are we running today? And we motivate you through insightful invitations, personalized just for you. Been a few days since your last run?
Notifies you.
Maybe the weather isn't perfect, or it is perfect today, you can get out. And if your friends have a head start, we'll let you know. Jeff's got 2 miles ahead. Clearly, I gotta catch up. We also know, that those who run on Sundays are more active and will be more active throughout the rest of the week. So every Sunday, we invite you to join runners from all around the world to run at your own pace wherever you are. We call it Just Do It Sundays.
Just Do It
With
Sundays.
invitations like these, running is made easier.
So this is the Apple Watch Series 2. Again, for those of you tuning in, they're just going over the apps.
With this watch, you will also impart
Same design, a little bit of re-engineering, waterproof, faster, and ideally, like I said, the new apps here that they're launching.
best gear for you and gives you access to live runs in cities and communities all around the globe. With the Apple Watch Nike Plus, the world's
Yep.
best running club comes to life with everyone and everything you need to be better. Now, most devices today, they focus solely on data and metrics. Not this one. The Apple Watch Nike Plus focuses on you and your life. It's a powerful device with a simple solution, your perfect running partner. And it's available in 4 amazing
These are the
cool colors.
bands.
And we can't wait for you to try it out.
I don't know how I feel about
Thank
the
you.
bands, but maybe the aerated bands is good for You know, when we're running, sweating, all that.
It's a journey that we're on together. And this is really just the start of exciting things to come. Thanks very much.
Thanks, Trevor. I feel faster already. We were really excited to bring Apple Watch Nike Plus to the world's largest community of runners. Apple Watch Series 2 will be priced at
So here's the pricing.
$369. Apple Watch
$369.
Nike Plus will also be priced at $369, and we're keeping in the line.
So there's a
our
Nike
original
Plus like
Apple
separate watch.
But we've done something with it.
Oh, 369 is kind of hefty
Added
though.
the same dual-core processor that's in Series 2, so it's just as snappy, and we're calling it
Series 1.
and it starts at just
$269.
$269.
It's kind of confusing, but okay. So basically what they're doing is they're offering the same existing watch
Both Series 1 and Series 2 on September 9th.
by upgrading it in terms of like hardware.
Series available on the 13th. And the watches will go on sale, both Series 1 and Series 2.
Series 2 will have the waterproof, all that, but that starts at $369, which is pretty hefty. And then the Nike Plus one looks like it's its own separate watch in general. So it's like them partnering specifically with Nike.
Thank you, Jeff. We are so proud of the Apple Watch and the unbelievable positive response from the users, and we can't wait for people to get their hands on the new one. Next up is iPhone. iPhone is the industry gold standard, the phone by which all other smartphones are compared. The iPhone has transformed the way we do things every day, and in the process it's become truly a cultural phenomenon, touching so many lives for people all around the world. And there's a reason why you see so many iPhones everywhere you look. We've now sold over 1 billion of them.
Dang.
This makes iPhone the best-selling product of its kind in the history of the world. Now, iPhone, like all of our products at Apple, provide users the best experience available by tightly integrating hardware, software, and services. And of course, the software that powers iPhone is iOS, the world's most advanced mobile operating system. We're about to launch iOS 10, which is our biggest iOS release ever. It is jam-packed with new features to enrich your daily experiences. For instance, you can simply just lift your iPhone to wake it. We've added Siri capability for apps from the App Store. So I can say, give me a lift to SFO.
So Siri updates, iOS 10.
Just my voice.
This is obviously leading up to the iPhone 7 announcement. It's already been an hour into the event. Typically these events can go anywhere from like an hour and a half to nearly 2 hours.
And you can use apps here as well to book a reservation or book a ride, all without leaving the Maps app. I'd like to take a moment and talk about HomeKit. This is a huge moment for home automation. This is the first time that home automation has been integrated into a major platform.
So this HomeKit is their whole like controlling everything, lights, everything, and all smart devices and stuff like that. I've actually been on iOS 10 for the last couple of days. And so far I haven't had any major bugs. There's some apps that have some issues, but day to day it's actually done pretty well, so we should be expecting to see that launch, I'm thinking, this month.
Categories of home automation, from garage doors to security and everything in between. And virtually every major manufacturer of home automation devices now supports HomeKit. In fact, there's over 100 products coming to market.
So those are all the HomeKit brands.
And so many more in the pipeline. All you have to do is look for this label.
Works with Apple
Works
HomeKit.
with Apple HomeKit. They're super easy to set
That's
up.
actually something I haven't messed around with.
In iOS 10, We're really excited about HomeKit, and we think this is going to be a really big deal. Now, we're also excited about messages and the new features in messages. You can change the behavior and meaning of your message with these new bubble effects. And now there's some new full screen effects like confetti and fireworks. And new stickers, just peel them, place them anywhere you want. They're available in the new App Store for iMessage, along with some other great apps. And you can easily use these apps to create, to share content, to make payments, and more, all without leaving messages. So that's a quick update on iOS 10, the world's most advanced mobile operating system.
When's the dropping?
With some incredible new features. Now, of course, the world's most advanced
Needs a new
mobile
phone.
operating system
iPhone 7.
deserves the most advanced smartphone.
Here we go. iPhone 7, ladies and gentlemen.
And here it is.
Dual camera lenses.
It's the best iPhone that we have ever created.
I mean, obviously.
This is iPhone 7. It has a gorgeous new design. And I'd like to have Johnny tell you more about it.
Johnny Ive! Is he about to come on stage? Nope. He's gonna be the video.
We have created a product that is the most deliberate evolution of our original founding design.
It's gonna come in that piano black, looks like, too.
Aluminium body and form sheet of glass describe a singular shape.
iPhone 7's officially announced.
Very precisely engineered parts. Our obsession remains to continuously simplify and improve. From sculpting the camera housing directly out of the aluminium body to embedding the antenna within the enclosure, essentially making it disappear. Each refinement serves to bring absolute unity and efficiency to the design. To define one truly uninterrupted form, we've developed a whole new process to achieve a high-gloss black finish. This begins with rotational 3D polishing. A specialized compound flows over the intricate geometries of the housing, removing imperfections, establishing a seamlessness between materials, and producing a pristine, mirror-like surface. The enclosure then goes through an anodization process, which creates a protective oxide layer. A single component die is absorbed through a capillary effect.
I'll be honest, I love these type of videos, though.
While actually becoming part of the surface itself.
These design videos.
Finally, a magnetized ultrafine iron particle bath is used to polish the anodized layer to a superior high shine. When complete, iPhone 7 is the most singular, the most evolved representation of this design.
iPhone 7.
We are so excited about iPhone 7. It makes all the things you do every day so much better. To tell you more about it, I'd like to invite my colleague Phil Schiller up to the stage. Phil?
iPhone 7.
Good morning, everyone. I'm excited. I hope you are. This is...
Oh, what's up with this camera guy?
This is the best iPhone we have ever made. We're going to cover it with 10 major features. We're going to get right started with number 1. You've already heard about it. The design. Tim and Johnny have told you that there is a beautiful new refined design for iPhone 7. It starts with this new finish we call jet black.
Jet black.
It is absolutely stunning.
Reminds me of like the
It is
iPhone
a high
3G.
gloss finish. So it's a seamless surface between the glass and the aluminum back all around.
So it's official. Is your site updated?
The new integrated antennas are built so subtly you can barely see them at all. Beautiful new design. And of course, the enclosure creates the housing for the camera. It is a beautiful new design. There's a second new black. We call it simply
Piano
black. It is de-blasted aluminum. It diffuses light. It is a black logo.
Is it like a matte?
Cool,
So you got basically you got like a matte and a glossy
the new
black.
iPhone 7 also looks beautiful in gold and in silver and of course rose gold.
Okay, so
Number 2, something we use hundreds of times a day, the home button. The home button is quintessential Apple design. It is so simple, yet so powerful. We use it throughout our day. We click it to go home. We double click it to bring in multitasking. We hold it down to invoke Siri.
it's not gonna be
You can
touch.
program it through accessibility. You can put your finger on it and read your fingerprint with Touch ID.
Cool.
You can double tap it to bring the screen down and reachability. And of course, hold it near a terminal to pay with Apple Pay. It
So
does
basically, it's gonna be like I
everything
think it's gonna be a button you don't have to
We've
press. That's what the
completely
idea is.
redesigned it to make it more responsive, more reliable, and even customizable in iPhone 7. Now, we've done this before. We've changed our input devices in big ways. You may remember with the iPod, it started with a mechanical click wheel, and then we updated to an electrostatic wheel, and it was so much better. We've done it recently with the MacBook and MacBook Pro. We've brought out the Force Touch trackpad, and it's the best trackpad we've ever had in a notebook.
It's good. The idea is not gonna be a physical button now.
We've re-engineered it. It's now force sensitive,
Yeah.
solid state. It works together in combination with a new generation Taptic engine. This Taptic engine is more responsive, puts out a wider range of frequencies, and it creates in real time an incredible feel with the new home button. In fact, it's so useful we use it throughout the user experience. So if you do a quick action like moving a widget, it gives you a nice Taptic feedback. There's unique feedbacks for notifications and messages and even your ringtones. And it's amazing because it can be programmed by third-party applications, and the applications that have started to work on iPhone 7, taking advantage of this Taptic engine, are creating new feelings and experiences that could not have been created before in a smartphone. It's really incredible.
3.
Number 3,
Water resistant.
the new enclosure in iPhone 7 and iPhone 7 Plus are water and dust resistant.
There you go. For all the people dropping their phones.
Now, it's incredibly important to the team to ensure that we protect the great feeling and
Protect it.
experience that we all love about our iPhones with the buttons and switches. And to do that, buy this resistant meant re-engineering it from the inside out in many ways.
So
including
IP67
video
protected.
visuals. In our tests, it is IP67 protection standard. What does this mean for all of us? Well, even the least coordinated among us don't have to worry in case some unusual mishap happens. Your iPhone will be safe from water.
So basically, that IP is like the rating for like, what do you call that?
Number 4.
It being enclosed. Like for example, my S7 here. Like this is a waterproof phone essentially. Basically, what they do is they try to seal all of like the ports so that if water to get into them, they can easily just be drained out.
Shot on iPhone campaign. They are amazing, and they send us them every single day. More pictures to be included in that campaign because.
So the camera, the big thing about this is obviously it's going to be a dual lens here.
On the new camera system in the iPhone 7. It is a huge advancement in photography for cell phones. Everything about it is entirely new. There's an optical image stabilizer in all iPhones.
Or it's going to be
7
only
and
on the
7
Plus.
Helps steady from shaking hands.
Let's see.
There's a wider f1.8.
Isn't it supposed to be dual lens? Or is that only on?
Onto the sensor.
Is it going to only be on the Plus?
6-element lens, so you can get a sharp image edge to edge with that 1.8 aperture. And there's an all-new 12 megapixel
High-speed sensor.
It has large pixels. It's 60% faster, and 30% more energy efficient. Even the flash is all new. Our True Tone flash in the same aperture now has 4 LEDs. It puts out 50% more light.
It's better camera lighting, better all that stuff.
The engineering team has come up with this really cool feature, a flicker sensor. What does that do? Well, the flicker sensor reads the flickering of artificial
So I'm guessing,
it can compensate for it.
is the 7 Plus the only one that's going to have the dual lens?
Really, really big in terms of image quality. But behind it all is the brains of the camera, the image signal processor. And this enables so much of the unique quality that we get in the pictures we take with iPhone. And the ISP and the new chip in the iPhone 7 is twice the throughput of previous versions. What does this ISP do? Well, I'm going to take a quick walk through some of the things the ISP does every time we take a picture. It's unbelievable. But the first thing it does is it reads the scene and uses machine learning to look for
the best picture. Yeah.
within it.
So like this is nothing like this technology in itself isn't new necessarily. What is it? Is it the HTC or one of those phones has like the dual camera lens, obviously. The 6-element lens, obviously, like what he's explaining now. Basically looking for the best picture. Yeah, see. So it gets the best of every aspect, like the color, the one with the least amount of noise.
100 billion operations every time we take a picture.
Jesus.
And it does it in just 25
milliseconds.
This truly is a supercomputer for photos. Well, what matters most is the pictures you can take with the iPhone 7. So, of course, we've given iPhone 7s to a number of great photographers and asked them to show us what's possible directly with this incredible camera. And they were so blown away. I want to use one quote of what photographers had to say.
I want to hear about this dual lens more.
Christopher Anderson said, "This iPhone is going to be a part of any professional's repertoire of tools. The camera didn't just handle low light, it rendered the separation of colors in a way that reminds me of film just beautiful." That is remarkable praise from a great photographer. So I'm going to show you a few pictures that he and some other photographers took directly from iPhone 7, and these have not been retouched in any way.
So I'm guessing,
absolutely beautiful.
I mean, they haven't really talked about the 7 Plus separations yet.
It's a high-speed camera. He's not floating there. That shows just how great it is and how sharp the focus. It takes incredible pictures, whether you use black and white or color.
Obviously, these are professionals who are taking them, but still.
Wide color gamut images now are much richer, particularly in the
you can definitely see.
Unfortunately, from the slide machine up to this projection system, you don't get the full breadth of the gamut of wide colors. So what you're seeing here, as beautiful it is, isn't as beautiful as it actually is in the photo, and you can see it on your iPhone. And here's an example of low light photography. So much improved. It's really great. So customers are going to love taking.
So that's something I really like about my S7. Like this kills it in low light photography. So I want to see how well it does with the iPhone 7.
Even better with iPhone 7. Now we apply video image stabilization when you take a live photo.
The other thing, obviously, is the optical thing, so you get more stable photos, indoor videos. It uses like a motor to adjust to your like hand shaking or whatever that.
Developers are really excited that in iOS 10 you can now capture raw DNG files directly from the camera sensor.
Oh, nice.
Do even more complex editing. And for the first time with iPhone 7, they can also get wide color in their photos that they take as well. So this is the best camera we've ever made.
Let's hear about the 7 Plus.
We also have the best camera we've ever had on the
there you
front
go.
side as well.
So the front is finally updated. I think that's always been like 5 megapixels.
And those FaceTime calls we make. This is up from 5 megapixels.
Yeah.
The sensor includes new pixel technologies that we've used on the backside, like deep trench isolation. You remember what that is? It helps us get sharper images as the pixels get close together. It also captures wide color images. So throughout the system, we're applying wide color. It does auto image stabilization. So this shot that you see up here on the screen, that was taken from the front side camera, unedited exactly as it can take a beautiful selfie. So this is the iPhone 7 camera. New 12 megapixel camera system with optical image stabilization, wider f1.8 aperture, 6 elements in the lens. That sensor is 60% faster. Now a quad LED True Tone flash, our incredibly fast ISP, and wide color capture.
But
it is the best camera.
Let's hear about the 7 Plus.
So,
Here's 7 Plus. Are you going to touch up on that?
If you can't tell, I love cameras. I love them. And this has got me so excited because if that is the best camera we've ever made in iPhone,
the 7
what
Plus
is left for iPhone 7?
dual lens. There it is.
And this is what we're doing on iPhone 7 Plus. It's plus a second camera. There's now two 12-megapixel cameras built in the iPhone 7 Plus. One has the wide-angle 28mm lens.
So one telephoto.
The other is a telephoto 56mm.
So they're basically separate lenses.
Cameras with two lenses. But to explain it,
if you want to take like a bigger photo, obviously.
As you know, and we have many of these cameras in our
let him
lives,
do it.
you can change the focal length of your lens to zoom in. That's how we get a zoom feature. And that works great when you have a large camera with a big lens on it you can move in and out. That isn't so great on the lens you want to put in something that goes in your pocket or your purse. So we know with two cameras and two different lenses, we can create a zoom feature built into the iPhone. It takes an incredible amount of hardware and software to do it in a way that we can all enjoy. The team has done something remarkable. So how does it work? The same as before. You go into the camera app to take a picture. But now, there's a new button right there on the screen, and you blow it up a teeny bit. It says 1x. It's right above the shutter. And when you go to take a picture, it's using the wide-angle lens and taking a picture just as always. But now with this button, you can do one of two things. First, you can just tap it, and it jumps to 2x. Now you're taking a picture with a telephoto lens. You're getting the same
so this is, for those of you just tuning in, you got two lenses here. You get like an actual, not necessarily like an actual zoom, but like you have a wide angle lens, and then you have your basic telephoto lens.
But now, since it's starting with that telephoto lens, the quality of that image is 4 times better than before with software zoom.
So it's like actual.
So much better, we decided to push it even further,
oh, sorry.
all the way up to 10x. So now.
So you can see the difference in that case in that photo, and then you still have the software zoom, which, if you really needed to use it. But again, this keep in mind this will only be on the Plus.
You can go from 1x to 10x. Optical zoom at 2x, and great software zoom after that. Here's an example of two photos side by side. One on the left taken at 1x.
There you go.
The one on the right at 2x. Both with beautiful optical lens quality. Both are great examples of taking low-light pictures now with incredible cameras in iPhone 7 Plus. So that's the camera in iPhone 7 Plus, joining iPhone 7 with this great new zoom feature. There's one other use of this camera that we challenged our engineering team to do as an extra credit project.
Uh-oh.
It really was. It's something that is incredibly challenging and takes a lot of amazing invention. But what they've been doing is astounding. And it's something that's a big breakthrough in photography. And we want to give you a sneak peek of this feature. Now, to explain it, I'm going to bring up a picture. This is a picture that was taken with a very high-end camera. And so it will help us illustrate the feature we're trying to achieve. Let me bring up a picture. You see in this beautiful portrait, the gentleman in the front is pin sharp in focus. And that background has a
separating the
blur.
focus.
This is called shallow depth of field. Illustrative of a great camera that has often a very big sensor, like a full-frame sensor.
So we get to control the focus.
A really big, fast lens. And the quality of that background blur, that's what's called bokeh. And the higher the quality of the bokeh, usually the more advanced and higher quality the lens and camera system. And the ending result is it feels almost 3D, like the person's popping off the screen. It is a beautiful photo. So our goal is to try to do something like this using the two cameras in the iPhone 7 Plus.
Okay.
What the engineering team has been doing, hardware and software,
control the focus,
is truly remarkable. What they're able to do is when we take a picture,
with both,
is to use the ISP to scan the scene, to use machine learning to recognize people and faces, and then create a depth map of that image from the two cameras and the software.
It reminds me kind of like something like similar to the Lytro, where you can control the focus.
This is a huge breakthrough in what can be done on a smartphone in photography. So how do you do it? Well, it couldn't be easier. Again, we go to the camera app, you go to take a picture, where you normally select the style of the picture, so panorama or square, there's a new style that says portrait.
Portrait.
You select portrait, it automatically jumps to using a telephoto lens, because that 56mm lens is great for portrait lens. And automatically you see the depth effect. Now what's remarkable is that before you take a picture, as you're looking at your iPhone screen, you are seeing that blur in the background. It is being generated in real time as you're looking at your screen. Even high-end DSLRs
can do pictures.
Real-time deep depth preview in their screens. This is an incredible breakthrough. So now I'm going to show you the first picture we've ever shown the world of a depth of field photo taken from an iPhone 7 Plus with this new feature.
So I mean, obviously, if you're deciding between these two, the Plus and the other one, it's going to come down to size. Like if you want that bigger screen size, if you want to be carrying the bigger phone. But obviously, if it comes down to like features, if you want the better camera, the quality, it's all in the 7 Plus. But then you got to compromise the size. Not compromise, but you got to be able to put up with the size.
And they've been blown away by how it performs.
Like if I was to decide between two, obviously I'm on a 6 Plus now, 6S Plus. I would be going with the 7 Plus, just because I'm used to this size already. If you don't care about the dual camera lens, if you don't care about all those features I just talked about, then you're still fine with the 7.
Now, we are not saying to throw out your DSLRs and that iPhone replaces all the DSLRs. What we are saying is this is the best camera we have ever made in an iPhone. This is the best camera ever made in any smartphone. For many of the customers who have it, it'll probably be the best camera they've ever owned to date. But more importantly, it allows them to create beautiful pictures with incredible creative tools. So let me show you two more examples taken from the iPhone 7 Plus with its depth of field.
Like the 7 Plus seems like the camera to have,
absolutely
obviously.
Beautiful. One more.
Dang,
It is
those are nice
an incredible
photos.
tool. It's not for every style of picture you're going to take, but for the ones you want to use it on, it's a pretty big breakthrough. So how will iPhone 7 Plus users get this great feature? Well, simple. It will be a free software update later this year to all iPhone 7 Plus users. So that's the
So it's going to be like an iOS update or something that they'll push out. Pretty cool.
Next, let's talk about the Retina HD display. The Retina HD display is the best display on any smartphone. And an iPhone 7 and 7 Plus, they get even better.
Jeez.
They're now 25% brighter than the 6S and 6S Plus. For the first time, they display wide color gamut, that's Cinema P3 standard colors. And we do end-to-end color management from the manufacturer in the factory to the photos you take with the camera to what you see on the display are all color managed in a beautiful way. And don't forget, we integrate within the Retina HD display our 3D touch layer. This is an important element of the user interface.
So updated Retina screens are getting brighter colors.
Use it more throughout our day in very powerful
3D touch
ways.
is obviously still there.
So we wanted to show you one example of an app taking advantage of all of this, taking advantage of the Retina HD display and its wide color,
Vibrant colors, that sort of stuff.
7, and of course 3D touch.
Obviously, because you want the
We want to show you
pictures
a
to
photo
look better
app,
on
and
it.
who knows photos and apps better than Instagram? So I'm very excited to bring up Ian Spalter, Head of Design at Instagram. Ian?
So this event's actually probably going to be like closer to a 2-hour event.
I'm excited to share with you what we built to take advantage of this new iPhone's gorgeous.
Don't think we're going to hear about the Max. I think they'll just probably keep that to a separate video.
About
Or
a
video
month ago, we
event.
launched a new product called Instagram Stories, and we've seen people sharing moments ranging from their everyday lives to behind the scenes at the Olympics. So let's jump into the Stories camera using a new 3D Touch Quick Action. Now the first thing we love about this new iPhone is this beautiful zoom that goes optically to 2x without losing any resolution. We built a new Zoom UI with haptic feedback so you can really feel when you push into that digital zoom. But now let's take a photo.
Colors.
Check out how bright and vivid the colors are thanks to the new wide color capture of the new camera. So, photos don't always capture the moment fully. So with a tap of a button, we use the Live Photos API to quickly create a boomerang to bring the moment to life.
That's cool.
You can also import your
So it
existing
ties in with the
live
live API or the API for live photos.
Now this is awesome.
I'm not like a huge fan of live photos. I don't use it that much, but I know people who do. It's cool that Instagram can tie that in with Boomerang.
Just that by pushing into parts of the color spectrum that just weren't possible with sRGB. So with this new filter, you can see colors pop in a way that you've never seen before. In fact, we've updated all of our photo filters to take advantage of wide gamut. So no matter what your favorite filter is, you're going to be experiencing all of your Instagram photos in full, vibrant color.
So a much better display.
And finally, once you're happy with what you've created, you can share the moment with friends with a single tap. And then if one of them replies, our iOS 10 rich notifications show you the image right there in the push notification.
Okay.
So this new version of Instagram will be launching later this year, and we're really excited to see what you all create with Instagram and the new iPhone.
Alrighty. So vibrant Retina display, we're getting a higher quality display. Keeps the colors contrast.
Let's talk about audio.
Still 4 more features. So here's the big thing.
We use the built-in speaker in our iPhone. We use it to listen to music, especially with friends. We listen to it to make FaceTime calls, watch TV shows,
double speakers,
watch movies, do speakerphone calls. It is critical
stereo
to our experience
speakers
with our phones. And the speakers we have built in to iPhone 7 and 7 Plus are a huge jump forward in audio quality. The first time, there's stereo
speakers, bottom and top.
One is at the bottom, the other is at the top. They sound great in portrait and amazing in landscape. They also put out twice the volume.
Now the big thing is obviously the headphone jack. Let's see how they tackle that.
And they sound better because they have an increased dynamic range. You have to take a listen to these incredible speakers. They really will blow you away. Number 7. EarPods.
Okay, here they go.
Apple EarPods
Skipping
are the
out.
most popular headphones in the world. And with iPhone 7 and 7
It's all
Plus,
Lightning.
we're moving to connecting them over Lightning. Well, why over Lightning? Well, first, you may not remember, I certainly do, but from the start, we designed Lightning to be a great digital audio connector.
So no more headphone jack.
Provides a video audio
Which means, are they going to provide an adapter? Like, here's the big thing.
Speakers, it provides content music control right within its digital connection. And this may surprise you, but there are now in the world over 900 million Lightning-enabled devices. There's perhaps
I don't know how I feel about this. Like, this is going to be the big transition thing right here.
And there are speakers and headphones designed to take advantage of it. And they do great things. Here's one example. This is from JBL. This is the Reflect Aware
Because basically, like, if you have any other headphones that support, like, the 3.5 standard, whether it's like Bose or whatever, you have to either get an adapter, which I'm hoping they include.
Works directly over
Yeah.
that Lightning connector. Simply not possible on just an analog port.
Headphone adapter is
So
included in the
we're taking
box.
headphones, an iPhone 7 and 7 Plus to Lightning, and we're including them in the box with each device.
Now, Lightning does mean you get
Now, we
a
know
cleaner
that
audio
people
because
in
it's
the world
digital.
do have some analog, old, connected devices out there.
What's
So
this
we've also
adapter?
made
That's the
this.
adapter.
An adapter. Lightning to mini phono audio adapter.
I don't know how I
And
feel
include
about that,
in the box with every iPhone 7 and 7 Plus.
Adapter
as
will
well.
be included. Good to know.
Now, some people have asked why we would remove the analog headphone jack from the iPhone. I mean, it's been with us a really long time. I'm sure you know that the source of this mini phono jack is over 100 years old, used to help quickly exchange the switchboards. Well, the reason to
So
move
basically,
on
this is a very legacy. It's like the oldest thing in the
freedom
iPhone right
comes down to
now.
one word: courage. The courage to move on, do something new that betters all of us. And our team has tremendous courage. So first, we've shown that we can use Lightning for our inbox headphones and to adapt all the older devices through analog interfaces. And it is a great connector for doing that, and there's a very large base of users who can all take advantage of it. But second, and this is really important,
Heck, why won't this thing close?
our smartphones are packed with technologies, and we all want more. We want bigger, brighter displays. We want larger
Close my
batteries.
Finder.
We want faster processors. We want stereo speakers. We want taptic engines. We want all of that. And it's all fighting for space within that same enclosure. And maintaining an ancient single-purpose...
Because the 3.5 jack is
connector
like the biggest
doesn't
thing
make sense
essentially in the
because that space
iPhone.
is at a premium. And third, and I think this is most important of all, when you have a vision of how the audio experience can be, you want to get there as fast as you can and make it as great as it can be. And we do have a vision for how audio should work on mobile devices. And that takes us to our next feature.
What's this?
Wireless.
Wireless headphones, right?
Up till now, no one has taken on the challenge to really deliver the audio experience wirelessly between your mobile device and your headphones in a way that takes advantage of the opportunities to do something new and do something great. And up till now, no one has taken on the challenge of fixing the things that are difficult to do in those wireless experiences and made it easy so that we all want to enjoy them. And it makes no sense to tether ourselves with cables to our mobile devices.
I don't know why they didn't include that. I feel like they're going to charge, obviously, for the wireless ones.
Well, our team at Apple has worked so hard to create something new that delivers on the opportunity of how good a wireless experience can be. And they worked hard to deal with the challenges that have been left there and no one has taken on. So that is why today we are so excited to show you a new product from Apple called Apple AirPods.
Apple AirPods. Interesting. So this isn't going to be Bluetooth, I'm thinking.
We believe in a wireless future.
So these are just straight up in your ear?
Where all of your devices intuitively connect.
Whoa.
This belief drove the design of our new wireless AirPods. They have been made possible with the development of the new Apple-designed W1 chip. It is the first of its kind to produce intelligent, high-efficiency playback while delivering a consistent and reliable connection. Infrared sensors detect when each AirPod is in your ear, so they only play once you're ready to listen. Motion accelerometers also respond to your touch, allowing you to access Siri with a double tap. When you're speaking, voice accelerometers recognize the vibration and source of your voice.
AirPods.
Then, working with a pair of beam-forming microphones, reduce external noise. Each AirPod provides up to 5 hours of listening on a single charge.
Dang.
While the compact wireless charging case delivers more than 24 hours of battery life. The W1 chip enables intelligent connection to all your Apple devices and allows you to instantly switch between whichever one you're using. And of course, the new wireless AirPods deliver incredible sound.
Whoa, it's fucking loud, sorry.
We're just at the beginning of a truly wireless future we've been working towards for many years, where technology enables the seamless and automatic connection between you and your devices.
That's the new AirPods. "5 hours though. I don't know how that's gonna be."
Congratulations to the team that has worked so hard on this. It is a breakthrough design. The AirPods deliver truly an Apple magical experience. When you try it, you're just going to be blown away. How do you set them up? You simply put a pair of AirPods near your iPhone and open the case. The user interface pops up and says connect. And you tap connect. And that's it. There's no step 2. There's nothing else to do. You simply connect. And that one step also connects you with your Apple Watch.
I don't know how I feel about the design of them. Like, I wonder how much how well they'll fit in your ears.
You have playback on either device. The AirPods automatically switch to whatever device you're using. In fact, we also use iCloud to propagate that setup across your iPads and your Macs as well. So one-step setup across all your devices. It's that easy. They're an incredible audio experience. You can listen to beautiful music in stereo, or if you want to use one just to talk to Siri or make a phone call, it automatically routes the audio across whatever you choose to do. There's no buttons, there's no switching, there's no pairing, there's no unpairing. Those things are of the past. And it all started with a brand new chip, W1 chip, Apple's first wireless chip. And there's so much technology packed into each AirPod. There's the chip, there's dual accelerometers, optical sensors, beamforming microphones, antennas, batteries. It is a technical tour de force in this minute little AirPod.
So that's the internals of the
great battery life, 5 hours each. And there's a battery and charger built into its case. So you can recharge directly from the battery in the case for up to 24 hours of listening. And then plug in Lightning once you want to charge the case.
So the actual case is the charger for it,
They're
essentially.
So small, you want to carry them around with you everywhere. Here they are alongside our wired earpods.
Thing is, like, I don't know if you, like, I don't want to lose that stuff.
So that is the breakthrough AirPods, based on our W1 chip, and at the same time, Beats is also coming out with a new line of headphones, all also taking advantage of this W1 chip and doing the same great work with our software to make the experience easy to use. So today, Beats is launching the new Beats Solo 3 wireless.
So Beats will offer, because obviously they own Beats, so I mean that's expected.
Using that W1 chip. And for workouts, Beats Power Beats 3 wireless, the best active headphones, and now they use our W1 chip as well for incredible sound and battery life. And an entirely new line, Beats X. This is an affordable, light, comfortable headphone for all throughout your day. Those three, plus the new AirPods, mean there's now a brand new wireless experience for
brand new
everyone,
AirPods.
regardless what kind of style of headphone you want to wear. And that's wireless.
That's wireless. So one more feature. Let's see.
Let's talk about
Two more
Apple
features,
Pay.
technically, actually.
Our customers love using Apple Pay, and this is amazing. In the U.S., merchants tell us that over 90% of wireless transactions on contactless payment are now made with Apple Pay. It is a huge hit. And with the advances in iOS 10, it gets even easier to keep all your credit cards, your loyalty cards safely in your Apple Wallet on your iPhone. We're trying to bring it around the world as quickly as we can, and the team is launching new countries this fall. I want to talk about one of them, Japan.
Okay.
Yeah, we got a who right out here. Japan. You may know that in Japan, they use a different version of NFC called Felica. So for the
That's
iPhone
where I'm
7
from.
and
So
7
like,
Plus,
this is a big thing for like
Japan, we're including Felica
trains and stuff like that.
as well as Apple Watch Series 2 will also include Felica technology.
Very nice.
And with that in place, then we can roll out Apple Pay in Japan.
Sweet cards.
In October.
Nice.
At the same time, the Apple Maps team is going to roll out Transit in Japan, because that's the perfect fit. Transit and Maps, the ability to figure out what it's going to cost to get on your route and be able to pay it automatically with your Apple Watch or your
Very
iPhone.
nice.
So that's Apple Pay. And that takes us to number 10. And honestly, I'm almost embarrassed that we had this one to the last, because this easily could have been the first. It is performance. And if you're paying attention, you know Apple's chip team is killing it in performance. What they're doing year after year is remarkable. Every year, the iPhone is the fastest smartphone in the market, and that's continued even to this day. But what's happening today with iPhone 7 and 7 Plus blows that all away. Because we have a new generation
Yeah, the A10 chip, which
in
is going to be
iPhone
like
7.
crazy fast.
It's called
A10.
A10 Fusion.
A10 Fusion.
A10 Fusion is a 64-bit, 4-core processor with over 3.3 billion transistors. It is a rocket ship. First, it has 2 cores that are high-performance cores. These high-performance cores run a full 40% faster than the A9 chip in the iPhone 6s and 6s Plus. And if you're coming from an iPhone 6 or 6 Plus, it's twice as fast.
Twice as fast.
Here's what the team has been doing over the years. The A10 Fusion is now 120 times faster than the original iPhone. And look at the last 3 years, from the 5S to the 6, the 6 to the 6S to now the 7. The jumps in performance are just staggering. I said there were 4 cores. The other 2
So
are what
2
we call
efficiency
high
cores.
efficiency cores. They run at 1/5 the power of the high performance core. So when you're doing something that isn't
This is gonna be crazy, like
limited by
speed
the
jump.
CPU, like checking your email, that can run on the high efficiency core and get longer battery life. So how do we decide what runs on which core? There's a new Apple designed performance controller that in real time makes sure the correct processes are running for maximum performance or maximum battery life. In addition, we've got amazing graphics in the A10. It's a new GPU, it's a 6-core graphics chip that is 50% faster than the A9 and 3 times faster than the A8. This is remarkable. And it does it again with efficiency in mind. 2/3 the power of the A9, half the power of the A8 in graphics. I've got to bring this chart up as well. 240 times faster than the original iPhone. The graphics performance year over year here is staggering. You combine the CPU performance, the graphics performance, all running efficiently, and there is absolutely no question. A10 Fusion is the most powerful chip ever in a smartphone. More importantly for all of us, A10 Fusion is going to enable apps and titles that were simply not
Most powerful
possible
chip in a
mobile devices
smartphone.
before. For example, games. This is from Codemasters. It's a new racing game. F1 2016. This is console-level gaming on an iPhone because of A10. It takes advantage of the GPU. It also delivers graphics that use the wide color gamut of the display. It takes advantage of the stereo speakers and utilizes the Taptic engine for new level of feel when you're driving. This is a breakthrough racing game running on iPhone
So
7 Plus.
7 Plus sounds like the phone to get if you care about cameras and stuff like that, obviously. Either or, they're going to be crazy faster. Better screen, better retina display, better color accuracy, vibrant, all that fun stuff. New home button. You have like now it's like pressure sensitive, so it's not actually a physical button where it detects kind of like your force, much like the Force Touch trackpad. All lightning based audio. So no more headphone jack. Yeah, it's pretty much the rundown so far.
As mobile game developers, we could not be more excited about the horsepower of the iPhone 7. It's allowing us to create cinematic gameplay experiences that were simply not possible before. This is our new title, Oz Broken Kingdom, an action-packed role-playing game. Now, this isn't the Oz you know. A great darkness has overtaken this once peaceful land.
So they're showing an app demo to kind of show the performance.
A scarecrow, who in our version of Oz is a very powerful mage. We're able to do things visually on the iPhone 7 that were simply not possible before. Note the real-time reflections, weather effects, all stunning and expensive from a CPU standpoint, but running flawlessly on the iPhone 7. And when Scott casts an earthquake, you'll see we even have been able to add some really cool environmental destruction. Okay, Scott, let's finish this monkey captain off. The Witch has a ton of reinforcements. With the power of metal and the A10 chip, we're able to render
A10 performance, I mean, it's going to be crazier. They're doing 4 cores. So 2 cores are efficiency cores, which basically will run in the background, while the other 2 cores handle like mainly everything else. I mean, you're expected to get a faster performing phone, but this is like a pretty big leap in terms of performance.
Now, although it looks pretty good on the screen, you really have to see it on the iPhone 7 to see how beautiful the game looks. During the epic moments, the haptic feedback is allowing us to actually feel big hits, and the stereo sound is...
So the haptic feedback, what that is like that vibration when you get hit or when you're turning in a racing game or something of that sort.
With our gameplay. All right, Scott, let's
2 seconds, I need to make a super fast call. So, give me just a minute. mind. So wait for the call.
Nothing proves performance like 400 flying monkeys. Well, our 8-gen chip delivers performance and incredible efficiency. Here's the battery life numbers on iPhone 7, 7 Plus. Great battery life numbers for Bobby Cooler. Wi-Fi browsing 14 and 15 hours. LTE browsing 12 and 13 hours. Most importantly, our customers are going to be so excited to learn the iPhone 7, 7 Plus are the longest battery life ever in an iPhone. And here's another way to think about battery life. If you're upgrading from an iPhone 6s to an iPhone 7, on average, you can expect to get about 2 more hours into your day on your battery life. And that's a meaningful difference. That's on average. Some customers, many more than that. And if you're coming from...
So, oops, I just muted the audio. Battery life will last 1 more hour than this current phone right here. So, I mean, nothing great. I mean, an extra hour is always nice.
So, here is an iPhone 7. It is packed with unbelievable technologies. The 12 megapixel
Okay,
camera.
now I gotta make this call. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. 1 second.
Wide color gamut.
Alright, sorry about that. Ladies and gents, it's a crazy day. I have all these weird calls coming in. And obviously, I had to mute the mic for that, but I feel bad because interrupting the stream here.
So stay right where you are, because today we are honored to have an amazing artist join us. She is not only a remarkable and talented singer, but she's an incredible songwriter, writing for both herself and for many other artists. She's been headlining the biggest music festivals all over the world. She is currently topping the charts, holding #1 on Airplay. Her new song and video premiered on Apple Music earlier this week, and she is here to perform it live for the very first time. Please join me in welcoming Sia.
Sia. Alrighty. So that, ladies and gentlemen, about wraps up the event. Let me just do a quick recap here. Sia's performing now, so I'm going to mute the stream here in a second. September... Hang on. Let me get these dates correct here. Alrighty, so I'm gonna break this down. This event was pretty, spot on, as Apple events typically are. Breaking down from the early start, we have, in terms of new products, we have the new Apple Watch Series 1 and Series 2. Series 1 essentially is the same Apple Watch that we currently have. Like it's the current Apple Watch that's available with a new CPU integrated into it, so it's faster. It's still the same body, all that. Now, the Apple Watch Series 2 is essentially the same design. Excuse me, the same design on the outside, but internally it has the water resistance, so you can now, obviously like swim with it, stuff like that, be more active. It's more durable. It has the new CPU. It has the new GPU, so it has all the new internal specs. But yeah, so there's Series 1, Apple's Watch Series 1, Apple's Watch Series 2. The Series 2 will be priced at $369, which is kind of hefty if you are like new to the smartwatch game. Obviously, if you have an existing Apple Watch, the new WatchOS is coming out, so it's not necessarily obsolete. When it comes to watches, we're not talking like major upgrades here in terms of hardware. If you want that like water resistance and stuff like that, obviously it's going to make sense to get that. They have the Nike model that they're offering as well. On top of that, we have obviously the iPhone 7 announcement. The iPhone 7, all new. Same design for the most part in terms of the outside. You are getting like the stereo speakers now. You're getting just the Lightning jack for everything. So you're charging your headphones. All of that's going to go through Lightning from now on. There will be an adapter included if you want to use the 3.5 headphones. It's going to be released September 16th. We have the new A10 CPU and processor, meaning it's going to be like crazy faster, obviously. That has 4 cores in it, 2 main cores, 2 efficiency cores. You get it in jet black, you can get it in normal black, so it's kind of like matte or glossy black essentially, and then all the other standard colors. A more vibrant Retina display, and the big changes, obviously, as they typically are, is in the camera. Now, the 7 is going to be housing the 12 megapixel camera, improved 6-element lenses, optical image stabilization, stuff like that. So you get better video, you get better photos, you have 7 megapixel front-facing camera. On the other hand, the 7 Plus is where you're going to see the big changes, because you're getting the dual camera lens. You're getting a wide lens as well as a telephoto lens. So if you want those wider angle shots, you can switch to that for like more like an actual zoom and better photos. Now you can use both of those, and in a future software update, you're going to be able to use both of those to get a more get that bokeh when you take a shot. So they're going to introduce a new portrait mode, which allows you to get more of that like depth of field when you're taking a picture with those two lenses. So if you care about camera, if you care about quality, if you care about getting the best pictures possible out of your smartphone, you're going to have to go with the 7 Plus. That does mean you're getting a bigger phone size, you're getting a bigger footprint of a device. It is going to be a little bit, I don't know in terms of dimensions if it's lighter, because they're eliminating stuff like the headphone jack and stuff like that, which takes up pretty much the most space in the phone. So we'll see. They're doubling up on storage, so you're getting more storage options. Like I said, September 16th, these will become available. Pre-orders on the 9th. So that is the recap of the event, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, as always, for tuning in. To everybody who did stop by the live stream, I got to go ahead and start writing up everything and getting all the content out for today. It's going to be a crazy day. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you in, I guess, in the next video.